then worry about the Suyo. Maybe just let the Cho handle the Suyo by himself.
Personally, I think the early game is going to be really interesting here. I feel like nobody, if both teams play perfectly, the only way we can expect to see first blood is if the mid laners try and flicker and make a play for themselves. I can see it coming in from Fnatic. Onyx more likely. JP on the other hand, especially when you're playing that Valentino, you would much rather hit that 4. So I can only assume that a lot of their plays is going to be happening towards maybe the 4th, 5th minute of the game.
Well, if you're going to talk about an early game, we got to look at Brusco as well as King Kong, because the combination of a Cho as well as Nolan, with everyone's HP being as low as it is right now, kind of can accelerate the game to crazy proportions. Because again, the Cho will most probably get the thrill, so the early game damage is going to be there. To the point where I kind of feel like if King Kong really pushes it, he might not even need level 4 to get a kill. But again, depends on who they're actually targeting.
I mean, we say that now, but JP Niner is going to be on that blue side with first pick up against Fnatic on PH on the red side. And we can see that Hilda is going to be invading straight away. Kirk on the Hilda has EXP with Brusco with the early invade towards the Golem side, forcing out the Revitalize. A good fear coming in from Super Fritz, but here comes the Flicker as expected. Yeah, 3 is able to find first blood onto Brusco.
So, Gideon, when I was saying when we're looking at first blood, look at Brusco and King Kong, that's not what I meant. I just want to be clear here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but now definitely we can see that Fnatic on the Philippines, they really want to accelerate the game, which I can understand based on the draft that they have. But JP Niners, they were quick to respond. Zidane as well. Definitely a player that I want to watch personally, because I know that he's an amazing player. I've seen some of his games in MAL, but I haven't seen him perform in JP Niners. So it's going to be a new experience for me as a caster to see how he performs here today.
Well, at least he has Suyo. So again, if he wants to like try and hard carry, he's capable of doing it. If he wants to play a more utility role, he's got the toolkit. He's got all the tools he needs in this box to show off. And I think personally, for me, I hope that he ends up towards the top side of the map, because Kelra eventually is going to be a problem, and I'm curious to see whether JP is considering, instead of just always looking to deny the purple buff, to play on his side of the map.
Yeah. That's actually a very good point, where I really do want to see if Max can actually survive the laning phase against Kelra. It would be even amazing if he somehow wins that one. Right now, Beatriz is getting some poke damage from Brusco as well as Kirk. And with the changes of blue, it's harder for him to actually heal up. He's at 25% HP at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they could slow this down, but here we go. The 50-50. Cho gets knocked up, and Zidane has done it once more. He's able to slay the turtle as Kirk is a little late to the fight. Revitalize is popped here, but King Kong, not going to waste any time, takes his purple buff as the rest of JP flush them out from the bottom side of the map.
Very good decision making by both teams, but hold on, they want Rossi.
I mean, Rossi's gonna die here for sure. Super Prince does not seem to be missing the beat. Always there at the perfect time.
So when I say both teams make good decisions, that's not one of them. Let's be clear, right? So JP Niners, they understand that they have priority over the turtle, so they bursted it down very, very fast. And the fact that they have a Suyo really, really helps. Now, the problem, and Fnatic on the Philippines, they also understand that they probably don't have that big of a chance to control the turtle. Divert their attention elsewhere. Try to get some kind of farm, and now they want to get Rossi again.
Oh, can they find it? No issues whatsoever. I was concerned that Kelra didn't have the right weapons out. He just used the ult just now. King Kong able to get out of there as Ye3 continues to chase, forcing Kelra to actually flicker out of the scenario. And now we see that Fnatic Onyx PH lose a little bit of tempo at the cost of a rotation from Ye3. Kirk, with the help of Super Prince, will get right on top of him, but he's glue, so he doesn't mind.
Yeah, so here's the thing, Gideon. Just like, so I don't feel like I'm crazy, but does it feel like Hylos really isn't as tanky as he was before?
Oh no, absolutely not. He feels like squishier than Kirk, which is kind of crazy because you would assume that Hylos would have the better base stats at the beginning of his game.
Yeah, for sure. Now, again, this is why I feel like the HP changes really affect heroes that really focus on their base stats. That's why I had opinion that Hylos may not be so well suited in this meta. Like maybe A tier, but not S tier.
Okay, let's see whether or not that A tier can turn into an S tier right now, unless Rossi can make something happen. Both at the standoff at the river. They know they want that turtle, but Fnatic Onyx makes the first decision to go straight back to the waves. And King Kong, he's not participating just yet, just waiting for an angle. Rossi gonna open up the map a little bit. Zay holding still, dodges the fear. Both sides poking back and forth, but we see Kelra already leaving his lane, heading over to the mid side of things. Fnatic, Onyx, PH, great macro decisions to get just a little bit of mid lane gold.
Something that's good for both teams here. They look very even at this point, both Fnatic, Onyx, and JP Niners. In terms of goal, not that big of a difference. In terms of kill score, it's 2-2. Brusco goes in, kicks Year 3.
Hey, it goes, oh, it doesn't go wide. Year 3 ends up getting blasted straight away. Brusco trying to run away with the help of the glorious pathway. Doesn't matter. Rossi slows him down as the back line getting attacked. 3-for-2 trade as King Kong finds his own. At the very least, Fnatic Onyx walk away with a +1. This should be a free turtle for them as well. They even incorporate a lane swap as well on top of that.
Yeah, we can really see that Fnatic Onyx, they were the one that started. It was Brusco, the one that actually got a kick over to Year 3, and we were talking about how Glue is very difficult to kill. But Glue's, I would say, defenses really depends on whether he used his ult or not. So this is a very good choice coming in from Fnatic Onyx. Before Glue starts poking people out, we take care of the Glue first, and then everyone else becomes easy pickings. With that one play, Gideon, we were not having that big of a goal difference, but now Fnatic Onyx is at 2,000. So just one play, they really shifted the tides in their own favor.
I'm already looking towards King Kong. He's holding the majority of that gold lead. Actually, even the gold lead, not too bad. Max is actually keeping up with his own against Kelra, slightly down by 600. Doesn't mean he can't recover from this. Mainly a lot of it just coming from turret damage. And just look at the motions from Fnatic Onyx. They don't waste any time. Lane swap, bot side tier 1 down. Lane swap back up to the top side, take another tier 1.
Oh yeah, they definitely move faster across the map. And again, we talked about this because of their draft. But again, their macro is amazing. But now, looks like they want to engage onto someone. Rossi not finding anyone here.
Okay, so then slowing down King Kong for now as Rossi still chasing Kelra, using his base damage high. The Fracture comes through and Kelra able to find one. Bennet's ready to deter the rest of the JP Niners as Kirk wanting to go for a little bit more, but understands his boundaries. Fnatic on a PH walk away with a 1-0. I mean, JP Niners have not been able to find anything back.
Yeah, looks like a miscommunication there, and now Brusco as well as Kurt is trying to zone JP Niners away. Rossi maybe had a different call with his team because he really wanted to engage onto Kelra, but none of his members were close by to really follow up. And even though he was able to eventually get onto Kelra, but again, like the high loss, you deal damage, but you don't deal like execution damage. You need someone to help you burst them out. So JP Niners, they really got to make sure their communication is on point, especially going up against a team that is known as champions in the Philippines.
And now we see that, at least for Fnatic Onyx, they've got a bit of a sandwich going on, right? They want to rotate over to Turtle side, and they find their initial pick, taking out Year 3 before he can even get into that split form. But Fnatic Onyx, they're not done just yet. They're going to start taking the space onto this top side. If anybody trespasses or gets close to the river, they die.
Now this is ridiculous, man. Having the Malefic gun allows you to attack outside of turret range, even though when the minions aren't there. Oh, Zeta wants to go in. What?
Right, well, but then gets kicked by Brusco to slow it down. They do call in mini lore, but doesn't find it as they flicker out of there. The battle spells coming out from Fnatic Onyx PH is looking pretty okay. Brusco ends up going down. Not too bad considering that it was only Brusco, but at this point, JP Niners, they need anything.
Yeah, that was a very risky play, but it really did work out. I thought Zeta would have got taken down there, but JP Niners got a kill, so that was a good trade for them. And like you said, when you're in this position, you take anything that you can get. Now Fnatic Onyx, they're 5,000 gold ahead, and King Kong is out farming Zidane by a lot here. But this is how King Kong plays, man. If he's not in a fight, he's doing something. He's always proactive.
Oh, it's close. It nearly landing the Blade Surge. Unfortunately, misses. Kelra does take down Kirkin as well as Super Prince here. JP Niners actually flip side Fnatic Onyx PH, and we're waiting for King Kong to make a response here. Looks for the backline, finds Zay straight away, hops over the wall to ensure that he doesn't get stunned up by Zidane. And Fnatic Onyx, they find their one back, trading equally against JP.
Right now, both junglers are doing amazingly. King Kong is 3-0-4. Zidane is 2-0-4. Considering that Zidane is a rookie, he's actually doing incredibly well. Even though, yes, still Fnatic on the Philippines, they're winning the match so far. But again, even without that much experience, he's doing well.
It's just a moment to breathe, right? Fnatic Onic just planning on their next move. They want to get aggressive, and once again, yeah, 3 takes the punishment once more. Doesn't get the split form, unable to flicker. I'm guessing that Brusco got a nasty kick. No, doesn't even look like Brusco got a kick.
Yeah, we got to figure this out, Gideon. This Malefic gun, it allows not just Beatriz, but quite a few marksmen to attack outside of turret range. And that's the damage without minions. This really elevates teams that really want to play the objective game, where you just zone people away. And even without minions, you can continue to push. This is going to be one of those meta breakers, Gideon.
It could be. It really could be. I think it's a bit of a give and take here, right? Because we're assuming that Kelra makes 0 positional mistakes when he has this Malefic gun, right? He's got the added range, but if he makes one mistake, he dies just as quickly, if not faster than the majority of heroes in MLBB. So again, I do think it's more so the pilot, less of the plane.
Yeah, but now this is Fnatic Onic dealing dual pressure. Like, they're already strong when it comes to the team fight, but King Kong being opposite lane, Rossi, he's looking very low. Look at Zay.
Zay almost getting one shot here. King Kong forced to actually jump away, nearly getting hit by the arrow. Zidane not making it easy for them to get in this fight, but they've already lost Ye 3 in the middle of that fight, despite using the split. And Fnatic Onic, they're not done just yet. They've taken out one. They have a man advantage. They're pressing it further. Blade Surge doesn't connect once more. Same goes with Fear. That's going to be purple buff stolen away as they leave Kelra to solo the Lord.
Zidane was almost able to kill King Kong there, and if he was able to do it, then I really feel like JP Niners will have a better time around the Lord. But the fact that King Kong was able to survive, a lot of advantage for Fnatic on the Philippines now. And now with the Lord, and again, the Malefic gun will make it much easier for them to actually force down these turrets.
What a glorious pathway already coming up. Blade, the Soul Sever does decent damage against Brusco, but they don't find the kill still as Kelra is targeting Max all the way in the back line. What an angle that he finds here. The 8k gold lead maintains for the side of Fnatic Onic PH.
I wonder what's the itemization for Zida, and why is it that he's always having this last hits, not really enough to secure a kill? Is he using the War Axe build, or more of a Hunter Strike kind of build?
I'm not 100% sure as well. It is getting a little sad that people are walking away with just a sliver of health, and Max ends up having to bite the dust here. Not much he can really do. King Kong and as well as Super Friends making sure that they are not missing a beat here.
Yeah, now Super Friends having the Blood Wings as well will make it much more difficult for JP Niners to actually get a kill onto him. Max, when he revives, he really needs to do something. Rossi gets to get down.
Instantly blown to smithereens here. It's not even close. A single wave of the dragon is just too devastating, and JP Niners can't do much. King Kong tries again, but he doesn't actually have his fracture this time around. Does still find Zay, luckily. Rest of the team now actually pressing through. Revitalize going to keep them all topped up. If they can get one more, it's an endgame scenario, but Ye 3 ends up getting blasted regardless. Super Friends does not miss, and Kelra actually flickering the opposite direction to find a triple. Give it to him already. Kelra helps close out this game with a 9k gold lead for Fnatic Onic PH.
Good game for Fnatic Onic Philippines. And what they did to the front line of JP Niners